Get off the sidelines and take control of your financial future at www.tackletrading.com. Get in the game.
Now, let's move on to talk about Finviz. Now, guys, we've been using Finviz for years and years and years, and so has many of our students here. But others haven't used Finviz very much. Finviz is a website that is a free website, guys. They do have some, I believe, some paid settings, paid elite type things as well. But what it is you can run some scans is what you can. Now, unlike a lot of other scanning mechanisms, you actually have to build the scan, which means I really like it because you can build it and customize it and find things that you're looking for. But others might like it for other reasons. But also you have fundamental data you can look in here, technical data as well. I only use it for the scanning mechanisms. I get all news from Tackle Trading is where I get all my news. So in terms of the scanning mechanisms, Noah, just talk about some of the things that you use Finviz for, and then let's run some scans.
Well, that's pretty much all I use it for, is that little scanning capability. And I'll come in and I use very, very basic scanning techniques. Like I click on options and short sellable. I click on a price filter, volume filter, and then maybe I think the market cap or something like that. And then I usually just go to signals, like give me a double bottom, give me a double top, give me a head and shoulders, and filter out the basics, price, volume, what you're trading, and then after that, you'll get quite a few results depending on what scans you run, and then you'll have kind of your go through them and kind of pick what you like chart wise. You can get really, really specific on what you're scanning for, but the more you filter, the less candidates you get a chance to look at.
And the thing I do like about it is once you do filter, it just stacks charts on top of one another, and you can go through them fairly quickly. Now, for those of you who are fairly familiar with Finviz, we do have some Finviz videos that we did at Tackle a year ago or 2 years ago as well, walking people through on how to use Finviz. So if you want to go and type in Finviz into Tackle search, I'm sure you can find some of those videos. But right here, guys, you basically have 3 tabs. You got a descriptive tab, you got a fundamental tab, and you got a technical tab. The first thing that I would fill out is kind of describing what you want to look for. So if I'm looking at the columns over, starting left to right, I always filter market cap, and I always say, okay, I just want to see plus mid cap stocks. So I only want to see the stocks that are liquid, that are $2 billion or above, and I never want to look at anything lower than that in terms of scanning. So I got plus mid cap stocks. Now, average volume is the second thing. It's on the second column over here, guys. Average volume is the amount of shares that is traded on a daily basis. It goes to liquidity. Now, this is obviously the stock volume and not the options volume if you're going to trade options. But, and I'll throw it out to Noah and Gino. If you have a stock that's trading 1 million shares or above, typically would you agree that those options are fairly liquid too?
Exactly.
On average.
It's not guaranteed, but it's pretty close.
Matt, I'll trade stocks that are over 500,000, but if I'm trading options, the stock has to have 1 million. And your biggest traders in the world, they only pick stocks that are in the S&P 500 or 100 or the big indexes just because they need that volume.
Yeah, well, if you're Goldman Sachs, you need a stock like Apple, right?
Yeah,
They're not. Yeah.
So 1 million.
So we're gonna go to 1 million. We just want to find the very liquid ones, and then I'm gonna go over to the far right. Now, obviously, you have all these different. You can look at just S&P, Dow Jones. You can look at if you're looking for some stock that's paying you a 3% dividend, or IPO date. You can look at different sectors. The float for the short. So if you're looking for a potential short squeeze candidate, hey, just show me all the stocks that have over 25% short float. Here's 16 stocks that have over 25% short float. Roku, Teledor, Tinga, Weight Watchers, a lot of other companies I never heard about that people love shorting. So I just want to show you that. Industry, country of origin, optionable or shortable. I want both of those, optionable and shortable. And I always put my price filter over $10. Now, that's just my personal preference, guys. It's not a rule. Noah, do you have price parameters that you search for?
Yeah, I do. I typically looking for stocks over $10, and depending on whether I'm trading stock or options, if I'm trading stock, I keep it under $200 or $100.
Yeah.
And if I'm trading options, I still stay under $500 on average. I don't like trading some of the more expensive stocks.
Now, well, and if you did, it'd be options. I mean,
yeah, and again, options, and then even then, I manage the risk better on the median price stocks than I do on the Price Lines and Amazons and whatnot.
Okay, so let's. Yeah, go ahead.
Chime in there. So what you got there is what I got, and a lot of us have, is the basics.